Working on the 2000 C5 here, and as you see, we have a cover on this seat. That only means one thing: it's ripped underneath. So let's take this off, take a look. There we have it. Pretty good size rip on the bottom passenger seat. I think I've showed this before, but that's what it looks like. So we are going to be replacing this cushion. I won on an eBay auction a used cushion with foam, so basically it's a direct replacement. Now the other issue I have with these seats, which I've gone over before, these seats have been swapped. So these are the passenger cushions, but the motor, the wiring, all that, this is actually the driver's side motor wiring. It should be on that side. I don't really know how that happened. Someone assembled these seats incorrectly, I guess, and then installed them on the wrong sides. So we have some un-Frankensteining to do here. So here's the seat. You can kind of tell what I was talking about it being the wrong frame, I guess, because of the gap here. It seems like this frame is meant for the driver's side. I got my replacement here, and this is going to look good. This is actually better condition than the top. This is a better condition than the listing said, so it's actually too good. So we might need to clean up the top now, but hey, it's going to be way better than that. So now we have to take out the cushions. Now I'm not sure how we're going to go about swapping all of this to the other seat. I don't know how they did that, to be honest. But first things first, we can take the cover off of the bottom, and maybe that will give us a better view of how this swap happened. So we have some hog rings here. This is just holding the cover down to the frame here. So I need to either untwist or just cut these hog rings, probably just cut, and then we'll be in business. Okay, it only had 2 hog rings. That's off. Now we just have a string here, and it looks like this is the last thing holding it. Just ties the bottom. So I need to untie this. I guess I could cut it since I'm not reusing this, but okay. And lastly, it is hog ring to itself. There's 2 hog rings here. This side has 3 hog rings. So I guess you just lift that up, cut off those hog rings. I guess that's how it gets tucked and pulled tightly. And now this should come out. Oh, okay, it's Velcroed. Interesting. Alright, here's the foam. Foam actually was not in terrible shape. I thought it would be a lot worse. Looks like one of the Velcros came up. We might need to super glue that in or something. So the foam should just kind of be pressed in, so we just pull it out like this. And there we go. Now that the seat cushion's out of the way, we have a good view of what's going on here. The frame, the seat frame, bolts to the seat bracket with these 4 nuts on the 4 corners. I think what happened is this was disassembled at one point, clearly, and I think this bracket is for the driver's side, but they put the passenger seat frame on the driver's side bracket. Now the brackets are interchangeable, but the motor, the wiring, that seems to be attached to the seat bracket itself. So I think that's the issue. If we take off these 4 nuts, I think we can just do a swap. Great news. Looks like that's all it was. The wiring, the motor stays with the seat bracket. The inflator stays with the seat. So I think this is a pump for the inflator. This was zip tied to the bracket. Cut that zip tie, unplug the wiring. This should be the same connector on the other side, hopefully. And then this can transfer over to the new, to the other side seat bracket. So this is our driver's side. It even says driver sport right there. That means I need to pull out the seat that's on the driver's side, disassemble it to this point, do the same thing. Now, I wasn't really planning on doing that, but I guess I should have realized. So I need to order some hog rings, probably a good set of hog ring pliers or something to get me by so I can actually reassemble this. But I'll do that and then we'll be back. Got the driver's side apart and some more evidence that this is exactly what happened. This bolt or nut was loose. It popped off. May not even been tightened at all. So there's that. Let's unbolt this and we can start the transfer process. Got the two seat frames here, and this is making much more sense. This one says passenger side. This is where it's supposed to go the whole time. So next complication, I will point out the inflator units is the same on both sides, at least it appears to be. The connector, the pump, that one has a cover for the pump, this one's missing the cover, I guess, but that's the same, so no issues there. Next issue, the seat multifunction switch. This one I had to replace when I was going through and fixing the power seats. This is a aftermarket one. It is basically as cheap as possible, and this connector I remember is a fight to get in and out, so I have it in. I don't want to have to unplug it and have to try to replug it, but it seems like I'm going to have to, because this is the driver's side, or what was the driver's side, and you can see they epoxied it like crazy because they snapped it, which is common with these. So there's no way I'm getting that epoxy off. It's not even worth trying. So we're going to have to unplug, swap these, because this needs to stay with the driver's side, but the driver's side is this, so I have to get this over here by swapping these controls. My new passenger seat is completely reassembled. It actually went super easy, super quick, because all I was doing at the bottom. I mean, all it is the foam just presses back into place. You don't even need to take off the leather to reinstall the foam first. You can do it as a whole package unit. I think it's easier to do the foam if you're struggling. You don't have to worry about aligning it too much. It wants to lay in this position. At least this used one did. I'm sure the new ones may not. Since I'm still waiting on my hog rings, I don't have it fully assembled. But we can see here, so this, I think these just kind of tuck up and under there. At least that's what I'm gonna do. It will work. You won't really see it anyways. And then fold the seam over, put that over, hog ring everything down, just like it was when we took it apart, and we'll be good. So, okay, working on installing the hog rings. The pliers came with hog rings. So I've already got the sides in. Now this is my first time using hog rings, so I don't have the skill to teach, but just showing you what I'm doing. It's simple enough that you can do too with no experience. So you just stick it into the pliers and then you push it through. There's gonna be like a seam part, and you want the hog ring to poke through on one end and then the other end wrap around and into the foam. So just pressing down, making sure everything is tight, and all I have to do is just push it down into the foam and then hold on the pliers. So something like that. Now if I press down and squeeze, there we go. And just like that, it's into the foam, it's holding the upholstery down, and that should be good. Could probably do one more for good luck. Seat fully installed, and wow, what a difference. Now this was just a used passenger seat bottom cover, so it looks fitting. It looks like it's used. It doesn't look brand new. It is what it is, and it was honestly the look I'm going for. Eventually, the plan is to put racing seats into this anyways, but for now, putting these budget used seats just to get me by, I think that looks a whole lot better. And the best part is we swapped the seats, so everything works now. The buttons here, everything works. The lumbar, all this works. Same thing, everything works over here. Now if I wanted to clean this up even more, the epoxy piece that was broken that I showed you earlier, replace that with the new one, and then this one will actually be able to bolt in much better and won't stick out like a sore thumb like it does now. Crazy thing, the memory seats work. That is awesome. And lastly, what wasn't working just started working, as I was telling you. The telescoping feature only works if all the seats are plugged in. It also works in hand with the memory 1, memory 2. This button, it's going in. It's kind of going out. It's really sticky. So I pressed towards me, gave it a little push, and it's coming. It's actually working now. It was stuck in the all the way forward position. Not the biggest of deals, but a little bit annoying. It's working. Well, that is a huge relief. Everything ended up working pretty nicely. The seats look pretty decent. Look like a higher mileage C5, but they're not all ripped up to shreds like it used to be. So that's awesome. I'm happy with that. Final things in the interior we got to take care of. That shifter, I want to put it back to factory and replace the shift boot because it's disgusting. So that's to come. Expect that. I'm noticing this crack here. I've never really noticed it before. That's a little annoying, but I'm probably just gonna never look on the passenger side. If I'm on the driver's side, I'll never see it, and we'll forget all about it, which will work out. So overall, seat swap worked out amazing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.